And now here is the tactical nuke sound. Ah, that sounds so dope. Let's call in that MGB. So, what's up, guys? It's Terry here by Nino or Quadigy, and welcome back to another video of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer and Warzone 2. Let's check this out. Did you guys hear that? That's right. In today's video, we're going to be covering the special store bundle of the Throwback audio pack, which gives you Modern Warfare 2009 sounds. You know, Modern Warfare 2, the OG MW2. So when you buy this, you're able to get the sounds of the original MP5 on your Lachmann sub, the sounds of the ACR on your ISO Hemlock with these blueprints. You get a soap skin and a whole bunch of other cool stuff, and it changes the audio of your game entirely, or like in most cases. So if you guys are excited to see everything secretive about this bundle, it's for 1800 COD points, and you guys want to see if the audio changes are worth it and all the little nuances and everything you got to know for this bundle, make sure you guys drop a like in the video, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. I upload store bundles pretty regularly on this channel, whether it be tracer packs, you know, reactive operator bundles, animated operator bundles, or anything that interests me. So if that sounds good to you, or you vibe with some Warzone 2 videos, or the occasional random video every so often, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm just honored that you're even here, and with all that being said, you're freaking amazing, and let's check out the Throwback audio pack. So here we are with the soap skin known as Classic Soap. This is actually a take on the soap where he's able to rescue Captain Price from the prison or whatever from the original Modern Warfare 2, if you ever played the Modern Warfare 2 campaign. And he looks pretty freaking nice, man. I like his look. And if you're a fan of soap, this is his OG look, which I think looks really freaking great. But more importantly, we got the good old days ISO Hemlock, which has no tracer rounds. The only thing that's going to be different is that you're going to hear different audio while running this blueprint. It will either be while running the blueprint or while running the operator. I'll tell you guys what it is that changes. We also have the Lachmann Sub Classic, and I guess I should show you guys the attachments. There are the attachments for the Lachmann Sub Classic. Here are the attachments for the ISO Hemlock. They're designed to look like the original ACR and the original MP5 from Modern Warfare 2 2009. We also have the Weapon Charm Lucky 7. We actually have the Weapon Sticker of Impact, which is the Noob Tube kill feed, which was in Modern Warfare 2 when you would kill somebody in Modern Warfare 2 2009 with a noob tube directly. I think that's kind of funny. We also have the original 2009 Modern Warfare 2 emblem that nobody was able to get unless you hacked into the game, which is why it's called hacked. And then we also have the good old days loading screen, making us nostalgic for the good old days. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and cop this for 1800 COD points. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. If you're nostalgic for audio, if you ever played the original 2009 MW2, then you're probably going to like this. But for the most part, it's just plain guns, and the operator skin's pretty cool, and he comes with a finishing move as well. And we'll check everything out today. But personally, I just don't think it'll be worth it, but I'm just showcasing for the video because you guys will be interested in it. But there's a lot to show in this video, so let's go ahead and check it out. So I'm going to try and go through these very quickly because I'm pretty sure it's going to be evident what's going to happen here. So here we have the good old days ISO Hemlock, and when it comes to the camos, here's how the base camos look like. It looks like the regular ISO Hemlock. Here's how gold looks like, platinum, polyatomic, and Orion. And I'm just going through these just because out of habit, just to make sure that we don't miss out on anything too crazy, because you never know if these, you know, very plain guns might look really good with these camos. But honestly, I'm just expecting them to look the regular, because it's basically like a regular ISO Hemlock with some very little changes and like added attachments, obviously. But obviously, as you guys can tell, there's nothing special there. And then when it comes to the Lachmann Sub Classic here are the attachments for the Lachmann Sub Classic. And when it comes to the base camos, here are the base camos. And here's how gold looks like, platinum, polyatomic, and Orion. Still looking clean in all of them. It's not going to be anything extraordinary, just because we've already seen a lot of, you know, on the original Lachmann sub, it looks this good. Except it looks kind of clean on this. Like, it looks cleaner instead of like all rusty and stuff. So there is a cleaner look to these blueprints than there is not. And now we're going to compare the meta class setups for each of these guns. So here's the base blueprint attachments for the good old days ISO Hemlock. And here's the meta class setup for the ISO Hemlock. As you can see, very little difference. Just put it on a camo and you'll be good to go. Here's the base blueprint attachments for the Lachmann Sub Classic. And here are the meta attachments for the Lachmann Sub Classic. So still looks really good. Still looks like an original MP5. And when you put on all the camos, it'll look very clean, as you guys can see. And now for the main meat of this video, we're gonna go ahead and go in-game, test out all the different sounds that are different. There's gonna be different killstreak sounds, see how the guns sound like from the Modern Warfare 2 2022 counterparts, and just see everything that's different. So let's rock and roll. Okay, so starting it off, I'm just going to show you guys the inspects of each gun. So here's the inspect for the Lachmann Sub Classic, which is actually really cool. And if you look at the iron sight, or if you look at the gun, if you're able to see, it says 07 on the base of the gun, which is when COD 4 came out. So there's actually a COD 4 reference here, which is pretty cool. And here we have the good old ISO Hemlock, looking very clean, looking like the original ACR in in some kind of way. It's got the Matuzek stuff there, and it's also got a blue dot, I believe, there. I don't think it regularly has a blue dot, and it's a green laser for the laser, which is pretty dope. So yeah, that's pretty dope. And here's the iron sight. Unfortunately, they didn't change the iron sight on the ISO Hemlock, which would have been cool if it had the original ACR iron sights. But now that the visuals are done, let's go ahead and look into the sounds of these weapons. Okay, so here we are with the ISO Hemlock, classic or whatever the heck it's called, the good old days. And now we're gonna hear the audio for it. So let's go ahead and get that reload in. Now here's the audio for the MW 2022 ISO, the original ISO. So as you can see, it's a lot more kick with the original ISO, whereas with the good old days ISO, it's definitely more retroactive and more, in the past, I guess you could say. Okay, so here's the audio for the Lachmann Sub Classic. And here's the audio for the Lachmann Sub in Modern Warfare 2 2022. So you can see there's definitely more of a difference there. This Lachmann Sub, the one that comes with this game, is more punchy, and the other Lachmann Sub, the Lachmann Sub Classic, is more of a classic sound, which is pretty dope. Let's check out this first finishing move for Soap real quick. Yeah, pretty dope. And here's how it looks like when they're laying down. Dope. Now let's listen to this UAV sound. See? Pretty freaking cool. We got that UAV OG sound, which I thought was pretty sweet. Now let's see the counter UAV. And the Predator missile. It's pretty tight. I like that. I like that a lot. And there's even an ending sound for when you finish the game.
Solid work.
And the music is different. Oh yeah, they remastered the music. Oh, that's dope. That's really dope. That's really dope. Watch this sound real quick. Watch.
Team deathmatch.
That's kind of cool. The non-so countdown for the beginning is pretty dope. And here's the finishing move for when they're in Last Stand. Dope. Here's some burst fire action in case you're curious. Something a little simple. And here is the care package sound. I love that OG MW2 feel, I guess you could say.
Precision airstrike ready for tasking.
And the precision airstrike, which also sounds really dope.
Ready to deploy.
And the sentry gun. All it sounds really, really nice and dope. I think there's also a different sound for when you get the kill streaks too. I believe there's actually the Yeah, I think that's a different sound. It sounds kind of cool. Such a dope sound. And now here is the tactical nuke sound.
MGB's ready for deployment.
Oh, that sounds so dope. Let's call in that MGB. Actually, is there any like different audio for like sentry gun placement?
Sentry deployed.
Nah, there's nothing different there. But let's call in that MGB.
Roll a long time deed.
See how things sound like.
Solid copy. 964 launching MGB. 10-second ETA.
Oh, that's such a better sound. Oh, that's dope, bro. That's dope. And keep in mind, you're gonna be the only person hearing that sound, by the way. Your enemies won't hear that. It would be cool if they did, but they're just gonna hear the original MGB sound. But yeah, we got the different music,
Solid work.
different ending sound at the end, and the different nuke sound, which is kind of tight. Let me know if you guys consistently drop MGBs. This is gonna be kind of tight to go with MGBs with. I like that sound. Such an iconic sound. Beautiful.
There are no victors here today.
I like the different sound. I think it's a different ending, like the lost sound as well, or draw, whatever. Pretty cool. No spy music action.
SAE standing by.
And there's the SAE. Nice little different sound. I like that. Now let's see how the Harrier sounds like.
Ready for tasking.
There you got the OG Harrier sound.
Bomber is ready for deployment.
And the Stealth Bomber. That sounded really tight. I like that. And now we're gonna have the Overwatch sound, which I think should sound like the Pavlo.
Helo ready for tasking.
Correctamundo. Nice little Pavlo sound there.
Tatty standing by.
Nice little chopper gunner sound. We love hearing that.
Gunship ready to service target.
And the AC-130. Such a dope sound. Hey, apparently the Semtex has a different sound. Pretty dope.
More strike on standby.
I think the Mortar Strike has a different sound too. That was kind of cool. And here's the emergency airdrop.
Airdrop ready for deployment.
I guess it didn't have a sound. I don't know. Didn't sound like anything came out there, but whatever.
UAV ready to deploy.
And there's the advanced UAV, which I think has the EMP sound, because there was no advanced UAV in Modern Warfare 2. So I believe that is all the kill streaks. I'm going to see if there's anything else that I could check out for you guys for this bundle real quick. Now, what I want to try out next is that if we have something like the tracer blueprint of the Sakin, and we just wanted to apply maybe the sound effect using the, you know, the good old skin receiver thing. So we go over to our skins here and then go to the good old days. Are we going to have the sound effect is the question. I think you do. I'm pretty sure that's the sound effect. I believe we have both the sound effects and the tracers if you do it through that method. Let's compare it to the original ISO Hemlock here. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, I believe that is the different sound. Let's do the same with the Lachmann sub. So we go over to the Lachmann sub, and we go over to, what did I start off with? I started off with a tracer gun. So let's go over to the Tatty Fatty. And then we're gonna go ahead and go into the receiver here, and then change it to the Lachmann sub Classic. Will we get the original, will we get the different sound? I'm pretty sure that's the different sound. Now let me go into a game, and if these blueprints give us the sound, then we know that it worked, and that you can pretty much put tracers and the sound effect onto these blueprints, which would be pretty cool. And I also want to check if the operator matters. Apparently, the operator doesn't matter, only the blueprints matter. As you guys can see here, I am the shredder operator from my hands. And I still have the sound effects. I still have the Semtex sound. And I'm going to have the sound effect. So that's the original, obviously. This is the Lachmann Sub Classic and the ISO Hemlock. Now let's see if we can hear the difference when we change our loadouts and go to the blueprints that we made. Let's find out. Okay, so Semtex. It looks like the trick does work. If you change the receiver, you do get the sound. I believe that's it. Let me get a kill streak to know for sure. Check out the Lachmann's the ISO Hemlock. I'm pretty sure that's different unless I'm tripping. We'll see. This next kill will solidify everything. Yeah, it looks like we do get to the sound effect, which is actually really dope. You can combine sounds and blueprints. And keep in mind, your sounds are tied to the blueprints, so let's go ahead and switch to these guns, maybe? I want to see if you need to have, like, the blueprints in your inventory to get the sound, or if you just use any gun here. Let's see what happens here. Now let's see if we get the classic mortar sound. Oh. Yeah, it's definitely based on the blueprint. So what if we had one blueprint equipped on our person, but the other blueprint wasn't a classic blueprint? So let's go ahead and put on the Lachmann Sub Classic again. And then this time, we're gonna see if the M4 can still get the sound, even though I have the Lachmann Sub equipped, which would be kind of cool. Okay, so for good measure, we have the Lachmann Classic here. So let's see what happens. Okay, so as long as you have one of the classic guns in your inventory, you do get the classic sound. As you guys saw right there, we do get the classic kill streak sound with the M4. What if I pick up this gun, though, and I lose the Lachmann Sub Classic? Do I still get the sound? Let's find out. Now, immediately, as soon as you lose your gun, as soon as you lose the classic sounding weapon, you immediately lose the sound effects. So you need to have one of the classic guns in your inventory in order to keep that kill streak sound, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. Like, I really wish these sounds weren't tied to the blueprints, but at least you could have it in your inventory and then just use your main gun. And there's the beautiful advanced UAV as soon as we got our Lachmann Sub Classic back. Pretty crazy theories here. And there's the nuke. So, yeah, you can still keep the sound as long as you have one of the classic guns in your inventory, which will preferably be the MP5 because it's more of a secondary. But, yeah, pretty cool that you could actually use other weapons with the classic weapons. He's got to have overkill, obviously, which kind of stinks. So, next thing I wanted to test was if you have the soap operator and neither of the weapons, and you spawn in that way, if you would have any of the audio, but it looks like we don't. Let me get this UAV streak, and then we can confirm for sure. And there you guys go, just a plain UAV sound. Boring. So, yeah, you need to run one of the blueprints. Either through a receiver or through the actual blueprints and have them in your inventory, which kind of stinks. The soap operator is only for show. And to end things off, I just decided to use soap in third person mode so you guys can see how he looks like in third person. But pretty much that is the full review of this bundle. Sorry if it was a super long video. I just wanted to make sure you guys got all the intricacies out of the way because this was sound effects. It wasn't tracers, so it was a little bit more unique. And in summary, as long as you have one of the blueprints that came with this bundle, you will have all the sound effects. You have the Semtex sound effect. You'll have the killstreak sound effects and whatever little intricacies. There's also a planning, I believe, animation or sound for S&D players. So if you're an S&D player, you could buy it for that as well. But that's such a small thing. I don't know if you really care about that. But yeah, for 1800 COD points, I mean, it's up to you. If you want to buy this bundle, it's a little... I just wouldn't say it's worth it. I'd rather just wait for tracer guns. Oh, and the other thing that we discovered was that you can equip a tracer Lachmann sub or a tracer ISO hemlock. And as long as you change the receiver to the sound effect one, the Lachmann sub classic or the good old times ISO, then you will have the sound effects as well as the tracers, which is really cool. Just go back to that part of the video. But yeah, overall, what do you guys think about this bundle? I think it's pretty cool, but do I think it's worth a cop? Not really. You have to have one of the guns on you in order to activate these sound effects, which I think is kind of an L. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative. And make sure you guys drop a like in the video, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. I work really hard to make these videos worth it, and hopefully that was the same case here. Hopefully this wasn't too long of a video and you got all the information that you needed. Stay tuned on my main channel where I will be dropping nukes with these weaponry and having fun with it with that nuke sound. And keep being big ballers. I love you all.